And we're back. What is it that you've been putting off? What have you been putting off? I want you to decide today to do it. Why? Because it's International No Excuse Day. And I am Kanae Corder. Thank you so much for being here. I'm a national certified counselor and the CEO of Presidential Lifestyle. And I just have one thing that I want to say to you. It is International No Excuse Day. And every single Monday, I bring you mental health tips for business leaders who want to do different business, who want to do business differently. So, subscribe, follow, like, and share this video with other business leaders you know that want to do business differently. Let's talk about this International No Excuse Day. Okay, so truth is, I made it up. It's not International No Excuse Day, but think about it. It's Monday and it's the first. So, what other excuse do you have? You can't say I'm going to start on Monday. You can't say I'm going to start on the first because it's both. So, let's get started. I mean, really, let's get started. Let's go. What have you been putting off and why? So, my business leaders, I'm talking to you. Really, tell me, what do you need to change, adjust, shift, maybe even delete in your company right now? Now, it's likely something that you have been putting off for a while because we all have those things. So maybe you have one or two or 10 things that you've been putting off. Maybe you've spent a lot of time on your marketing and you got that down. I mean, everybody knows about you. You've been loud and proud and you got all the things working. But when you look inside your business, it's not working. Now, it's kind of a secret. Well, not a real secret, like you know it and your team knows it, and they're probably talking to their friends about it. You don't want to get the word out. So you better get to changing, shifting, adjusting, whatever it is that is bringing the morale down in your company. See, there's something that you could do that would make your team trust you more, that would make your remote team connect more. There is something that you have an idea, but maybe you just don't know exactly what to do, and that could be why you haven't done anything. But there are three really important reasons why we usually don't do anything. And I want to share those with you because I see them all the time, over and over and over again. And maybe there are other reasons, but these are the three that happen the most. Yeah. So the first one let me break them down to you. So there is the fear mentality, there is the lack mentality, and then there is the like and accept it mentality. You probably have some idea what those are, but I'm going to break each one down for you. So, the fear mentality is all around what we call survivor. Survivor. You are in survivor mode in your business, and that is all you can think about. How do we survive? How do we stay alive? How do we survive? How do we stay alive? How do we not die? How do we keep going? The pandemic had you in that survivor mode. The pandemic may have ended and maybe you stayed in there. Now, you could have grown. I'm not saying that your business isn't growing, but you're still in survivor mode. Why? Because there's probably some processes and systems that are just not working. So even though the money is coming in, there are all these leaky faucets on the other side, and the money is going right back out. And you're spending way too much money. Things are just breaking, and you're always having to fix or repair, and that keeps you in survivor mode. So that is first. There's that fear mentality. That fear mentality is blocking you from getting started. So you are stuck. You're not going to shift. You're not going to change. You're not going to adjust what would be better for you. You're just going to keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result because you are scared that if you do something like you don't know what's going to happen, right? You're like, oh, but I don't know this new software. Well, I don't know this new person I would hire because what is it that you need to change, right? You might need to fire somebody, you might need to hire a new person, but you're scared to spend that money. You might need to start a new software system. Maybe you need to get rid of something, a process or something that's old and just not working. But that fear of the unknown, fear that it could break your whole company, and the fear that maybe you won't get it right. You'll make a mistake. This isn't the right software. This isn't the right person. I should have just kept the person I had. All of these are part of the fear mentality. Is that what's holding you back? Just take a breath. Take a breath. And I'm going to tell you in just a second what I want you to do. But let's talk about this number two, lack mentality. So that lack mentality is very either or. Either I need to do this or I need to do that, right? Freedom or responsibility, money or meaning. I can't have both in my business, right? I either have to choose. Like I can't. We can't be conscious capitalists, can we? You can. Oh my gosh, can I do that? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And you can start today. What shifts, changes are are not being done because you have this lack mentality that there's not enough, right? Or that you're not good enough. That's a big one. That happens a lot where you're thinking, who am I? Who am I to go out? I've done enough. I just heard a story the other day about a business leader, and he had gotten really far in business, but he had decided to sell his business. And when he sold his business, the company that bought it took it like 100 times bigger than what he was able to do. And that was okay. He did his best and he got it as far as he could. And then he sold and let it go to the next level. That wasn't his journey, that was somebody else's journey. But he got all the way to the end of his journey. He didn't let any lack mentality get in his way. And so maybe you are tiptoeing around a change you need to make because you don't think you're good enough to make it. Hmm, don't do that to yourself because you've come this far, you can go even further. And I don't know which lack mentality that's been holding you back, but I know you do. So I want you to do a little searching, a little soul searching. And I'm going to tell you in a second what I want you to do. Because first, I want to tell you about this lack and acceptance mentality because I know you've been there. So, this lack and acceptance mentality has a lot to do with it's lonely at the top. You've heard that statement before. It's lonely at the top. It's lonely at the top. You probably heard it more than once. And it's just not true. It's not lonely at the top. You just have to really look for your tribe, your people. And maybe they are spread out and they're not talking and telling each other where they are. And that could be a shift that you need to make. But before we talk about a new shift you need to make, let's go back to some of those old shifts that you haven't made yet, because maybe you want everybody to like you. Everybody in your company is not going to like you. What? No, they're not. Yeah, in fact, some of them might actually not like you. And who cares? You don't have to hang out on the weekends with everybody who works with you. That's not the point. The point is not to like each other. The point is to make a big impact. You have a vision that you are bringing to life. And that's all they need to do is like the vision, accept the vision, the mission. And if they choose to accept the mission, then who cares if they accept you? Now, you might be the leader, and in order to get them to really activate, you'll need them to trust you. You'll need to respect you. But like is really lower down on the list of things that are needed to bring your business vision to life. Your company is needed in this world. And if you sit around waiting for everyone to like you, you'll never get there. Almost curse because that's like right? Like when you think about it like that, you'll never get there. If you are sitting around waiting for everybody to like you, it's not going to happen. And I am sorry to break it to you that way, but I am blunt. I'm about being blunt. I am a oh, I don't care if you like me. That's what it boils down to. Because I got to tell you the truth, because it's important to me that you know. And the more you know, you know how they say, when you know better, you do better. Well, go on out there and do better, because it is International No Excuse Day. And you have no excuse anymore. It's the first, it's Monday. What are you going to change? Tell me. Put it in the comments. I want to know. And while you're telling me what you're going to do, I'm going to give you that field work in just a second. But I want you to know that if you want to connect your remote team, then you might want to connect with us here at Presidential Lifestyle. And you can go to synclarity.io and check us out and see what we're all about. I invite you to visit the website. But more importantly, I invite you to click the link in the description so you can join our Culture Refresh community. It is a great place for business leaders, a place where you can connect, a place where you can get more mental health support. Now, here you'll ask some questions and you'll get some answers, but in the community, you can be more private. You can ask more questions. You can get more support. And I guarantee you that me or someone on my team will get back to you with an answer. In fact, we might even give you the question that you're not asking, because sometimes you're asking a question and you say you want the answer, but that's not even the right question. So you'll find that we'll even tell you if you're asking the right questions. Nobody is telling you that. It's not lonely at the top. And even if it was, you can take people with you. And I'm taking you with me. So go ahead, click the link in the description, and let's hang out together. Let's get some answers. Let's get some mental health support so you can get and stay at the top of your game, personally and professionally. So I said I was going to give you a little what we call field work. And I want you to choose one of the things that you've been putting off. Just one. Got it? You know which one it is? And then I want you to do one thing to get started. So that's probably another reason. So I said the fear, the lack mentality, and the like acceptance mentality are the biggest things holding you back. But part of that falls into all three of those is also just not knowing which thing to do first. Guess what? It doesn't matter. Just choose one. Even if it's a baby step, because baby steps count too. And what if you just made a list of the things that need to happen in order for you to get that new software, hire that new person, fire that old person? Or maybe it's just that you need to get more mental health support for yourself, because this company is weighing heavy on you. Your shoulders, they're not all sexy. They're kind of like this. Take a breath, breathe. It's Mental Health Monday. You need a little support. I'm here for you. So that is our Mental Health Monday for today. But just promise me that you will celebrate International No Excuse Day, because the next one is not until May. It's not going to be another International No Excuse Day until May 2023. So go ahead. Don't wait. Just get started. Think of one thing and then do one thing to get started. I know you can do this. I believe in you. I am looking forward to hearing what you do. So put in the comments, what is that one thing that you've been putting off that you are going to get started? I want to hear from you. Put it in the comments. And if you join, when you join our Culture Refresh community, go ahead and put it in the community. We'll hold you accountable. We'll help you get there, because that is what we do for each other. I told you, it is not lonely at the top. And even if it is, I'm taking you with me. So let's go. Yes, now. Let's go now. It's International No Excuse Day. You have no excuse. So come on.